Hi everyone, welcome to Aquaba Football, where the Premiership football discussion, the banter, and also reviews of matches and also post-match reactions. Um, this is a new channel that we're looking to really expound on, and we want you to show the love. Subscribe, like, and comment. Show love. And today we have our beautiful guest here. Opposite sitting me is Coachella.
Albert.
Desmond. Okay. And I'm Andy. I'll be your host for today. So we would like to start by basically give everyone giving a quick assessment of the season that went past, and also the current season, what they're expecting, what team they support, and also what their expectations are leading into the first match. And then we'll talk about key signings in each teams. I mean, in all the big teams. We're not just focusing on the big teams, but I think signings that has really caught your attention. And that. So we'll start with Coachella.
Well, I'm a true gunner.
Okay.
A full Arsenal fan.
Okay.
So, for me, I would like to talk about my team first.
Okay, no props.
I am so happy to be an Arsenal this time.
Okay.
I tell you, the last season, everybody expected us to probably come 6, 7, 8, but we did well.
Okay.
But we had a problem along the line. When our fullbacks got injured, you can see the match we played against Crystal Palace, for example. We lost that match because of our two fullbacks, Tierney and Tomiyasu.
So it's a case of squad depth.
Yes.
Our squad was not deep enough.
Yes.
To actually carry the team through.
Well, you can see Arteta has done a great job in that area. He has brought in Zinchenko to cover up for Tierney.
Okay.
So, and Tomiyasu, if he's not there, Cedric can do a job. But you can see during these preseason matches, he's been using Ben White often in that area. So, we have the rotation. We have the players for the rotation. Okay. So, I'm very, very happy he did that. Now, talking about the striking position, Lacazette was not, everybody knows Lacazette is not a prolific striker.
Okay.
And we had Aubameyang, who was not informed, if I should put it that way, throughout last season, and he left and then went to Barcelona. So right now we needed someone who can come in and do the job. And Arteta's style of play demands a striker who is not fully a striker, but who has the footwork, who can come in, take the ball. Yeah.
Is the high pressing?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they went straight for Jesus. So I am happy. With what they have done in the market so far. Okay. I am happy.
In the interest of time, we want to quickly move on to I think you've kind of touched on, but who in terms of the Premiership, looking at the other teams, what do you make of the key signings that has caught your eye or has caught your attention?
Yeah. If I'm to
outside Arsenal.
Now, if I'm to talk about other things, I'd like to talk about the two big guys.
Okay.
Liverpool and Man City. No, they just went straight and then hit the hammer, get quality strikers. Okay. So we should expect fire this season from them.
Fireworks. Okay. Yeah. All right. To my honorable friend here, Albert. So Albert, tell us a little bit more about which team you support, and also what you expect from your team going into this new season, and also in terms of what other signings from other teams have caught your eye, where you feel your team will end up and stuff. But we'll come probably to that end of that question. We'll probably come to prediction.
So I'd like you to take the questions
one by one. Okay, so let's start by talking about your team.
My team.
Yeah.
I'm a Manchester United fan.
Okay, so how do you make of your signing so far?
Our transfer activities.
Transfer activities, that's correct.
So far, I would say So far, so good. It's a work in progress.
I see.
And then the main aim of the team is we are having a revolution under our new coach.
That's
Erik
interesting.
Ten Hag. Yeah.
Okay, revolution.
Yes.
All right.
So we
But-
are building. So
I see.
with this season, our main aim should be top 4 and then a trophy.
Okay. Would you say top 4 is it realistic?
Yes, it's very realistic.
All right.
Once they are able to change their midfield. Because
Anyway, there's still time left in the transfer market.
Yeah,
so
of course.
Because if
yeah.
we are still going to go with McTominay and Fred, I don't think it will be fair against the football gods for us to win a trophy or even make it to the top 4.
Okay.
Because
All
they are
right.
not good enough to be competing in the Premier League for a team like Manchester United. Yes. So
All
if
right.
Erik Ten Hag is really going to focus on his midfield and then have significant changes there, I believe Manchester United can achieve this goal. And he should try his best to get rid of Ronaldo. Yes, I'm sure.
There's a lot of controversy surrounding
yeah,
this.
I'm
Personally,
sure, yes, I'm sure most United fans
I
don't
mean,
like this.
personally, I'm
But-
indifferent. Although
Right.
I feel that he adds to your team, doesn't necessarily take out. But of course, a player that doesn't want to be in a squad,
Shouldn't be there.
precisely. You can't have a player that would only act as a distraction, especially because you're trying to build a very solid. You're still a relatively a young team.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, I can see where you're coming from, but over to you, sir.
Well, I think that the past season
Uh-huh.
that went by,
By the way, what team do you support?
Crystal Palace.
Okay.
Crystal Palace. So, by the way, go Eagles. So I think that the past season was a cagey one, you know, between Manchester City and then Liverpool, of course. But looking at the upcoming season, I think that we will have some surprises. We'll have some surprises because Manchester City and then Liverpool, they've slipped, they've dipped in form. Even though they've added other additions to their teams, they will need to. It's kind of they are transitioning in a way.
Okay.
You know, yeah, both the top two, they are transitioning. So I think that we will have some surprises with Arsenal coming in. You know, being a strong contender for the third spot.
For the Premier League.
That's not for
All right.
us to
For the
say,
Premier
don't
League.
be scared.
Oh no,
Okay.
no. I mean,
It's
I
good
think
to
I
have
think they'll not
hope, you
take.
know.
I think they'll
It's
not.
good to have hope, so always
Okay.
cheer up.
Yeah, I think they'll not take it, but maybe a third, a second would do
For Arsenal.
for Arsenal. Yeah.
So
A third or
you're
second.
predicting Arsenal will be in the top 4.
Yeah, top 4,
That's
definitely
All right.
top 4.
Anyway,
And
sorry.
yes, and
Finish,
I want to talk on behalf of Crystal Palace.
Okay.
I think that we've got in a good coach, Patrick Vieira. Last season
I
he did
agree.
a good
I
job.
agree. I
You know,
personally think it's a Arsenal manager in waiting.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
He's in the
You know, I mean,
pipeline.
he got us out
Yes.
of the relegation
Zone, yeah.
zone last season, and then this season I'm waiting for what he's going to do, and I believe he's going to do something. I personally am targeting an European Europa League spot
Swap. Okay.
for Crystal Palace. So I think that
Conference League.
Conference League. Well, I think Conference League. Yeah, let's start
realistic.
with
That would be more
Conference League.
realistic.
Yes, let's start with Conference League, and then I think that yeah.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, for those of you that are not aware, I'm an Arsenal fan, of course. I'm quite happy with what we have done this season in terms of signing. You know, I've seen a lot of tactical signings, and there is a lot of what I would say a precision signing. So it's like
Exactly.
every single player that Arsenal is buying has to be of a certain profile, certain age, a specific position, with specific instruction
Exactly.
on what they are to do, how they fit into the puzzle.
System. Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes people might say Arteta is a bit of a copycat to
Guardiola.
Guardiola. But hey, if it's getting me us the result,
Yeah.
I'm
Who
not
cares?
complaining.
Who
Yeah.
cares?
Yeah.
Do you understand?
No, he's
Okay.
not
I
copying.
actually think.
But this is
sorry.
the fact where he has worked with the players before, so it makes it easier for him.
Precisely.
Apart from that,
Because I mean, I'm not gonna
To
lie
work
to
on
you.
certain
I
players.
was really excited when I saw how Arsenal, were playing during the
The
pre-season.
preseason. Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
But
I've
you people
looked-
the Arsenal is the team to watch out for this season.
Yes.
I
yes,
think
yes.
you know I'm a bit cautious because pre-season
Yeah, it's not. It's
is,
different from
you
the
know
league.
it's
Yeah.
different from
Well,
starting.
we did woefully last season's preseason
That's
matches.
true. That's
We
true.
did woefully.
yes. But
You
at the
know,
same
but-
time, I would rather go into a new season on form in my pre-season
Yeah,
because that
yeah,
sets
yeah.
that kind of sets
Once
the
you have a
tone.
good start,
Yeah,
it helps
It
you.
sets the
Yeah,
tone.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Push forward.
So
Sets the tone.
I mean, and also looking at our rivals, you have marquee signings such as Haaland, Nunes,
Yeah.
and of course I would say closely to that will probably be Gabriel Jesus. I
Jesus,
think
yeah.
in the preseason he's been sensational.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's no doubt, and perhaps it's a sign of what is to come. And obviously for him, when he was at City, he hardly ever played a 90 minutes match. In
Yeah.
80% of his matches that he actually played for City, he never started full 90 minutes. And guess what? He still scored 10 to 12 goals a
Each
season.
yeah.
So it shows you what potentially could, and that's what for me. That's what excites
And
me.
he
and
wasn't
gives me a lot of hope.
he wasn't happy
Of
at
course,
City.
of course. And to me, yes, Arsenal, I feel will be the dark horses.
What was it
Will
about?
cause a lot of problems for a lot of teams. Although I still feel that we need, a few signings and stuff. But probably we're looking at Tillemans. And then I'm hearing there's also a right wing. Possibly you have Pepe that might be moved on, and therefore they'll
No,
look
Pepe is staying.
well, I don't know.
No, he
But
said it. He said it.
he wants to stay.
No, he said it.
He
said
wants
it.
to stay. But
These
if
are
the manager says that you're
speculations.
not
Let's
part
wait
of his
until
plan,
the
No, no, he said it. He said it.
Then we see
he wants to
how,
stay.
He said it.
which
He said
players
it.
ends up with
He
his
said
squad.
it.
He wants to
He
stay.
tweeted. He tweeted. He said
tweeted,
he's
but
staying.
it doesn't matter. If the manager says you're not in his plan, what can you do?
Well, he has a contract.
Regardless.
He has a contract with
Regardless,
Arsenal.
you
He
have
can
an
decide to
interview.
stay.
That's true.
When the manager was having problem with Aubameyang, what happened? Aubameyang stayed. When he was having problem with Ozil, what happened? Ozil stayed.
Yes, but eventually they moved him. They moved him on.
Yeah, but
But the point is, anyway, I mean,
So
that's not really the point of
Let's
discussion here.
continue.
But my point is, I mean, looking at what everyone is doing, top six, Tottenham has also had a really good signing. And you know what? For them, personally, it's not just about the signing. I feel it's their coach.
Yes.
He's the difference. He's a tactician. He's fantastic. I mean, where he took
they're going to
Spurs.
struggle.
Well,
what makes you think so?
Let's not speak emotion. Let's not be emotional here.
No, I'm
Let's
not.
be emotional.
I'm not speaking. I'm not speaking
They-
based on emotions.
You let him just
you-
express his views. What makes him think?
No, you are
Listen.
an Arsenal fan.
No,
so
you let him talk,
you speak
please.
against
Listen,
Arsenal, but
listen. I know Kante. When it comes to the top six, he's going to get points from every one of them. But when he meets a team who packs the balls, forget it. So how are you going to beat about 16 teams, or let me say 13 teams that packs the balls? How are you going to beat them?
But this is a long run and it's a league. And you should know that Conte has got a very good record when it comes to competing for leagues.
Yes,
Yes.
He has
he's
done
a
it in
winner.
England
He's a
before.
winner.
He's won
Yes,
the
with
Premier
a good team in England. Yes,
But
with
he's
a
done
good
it. He
team.
went back to
No.
Italy and did it with Inter
Inter,
Milan
yeah,
just
and he did it with
recently.
Chelsea. He
You
did it
can't
with-
compare Italian league to.
But,
but he's
No,
done
but
it.
Chelsea-
when you go to
He's
when
done
you
it
go to
with
Italy,
Chelsea. He's
these
done it with
Italian
Chelsea.
teams they want to play.
but he has changed the Tottenham
If you
Hotspur
come to
team.
if you come to play Conte, he will beat you.
You just
He will
let
beat you.
Coachella season to
Coachella,
go
hear me
along.
out. Hear me out.
It's a long
You know what I think?
season.
Okay.
I don't think the current Tottenham squad, and even I'm not speaking as an Arsenal fan. I'm just speaking as a football fan. Sincerely, they would definitely be in the top four.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm
But
just
they're going
being
to pass
honest.
you guys. They're going to pass you guys.
I don't
No
believe
doubt.
that.
So would you like to
the
bet?
reason being is
I
look.
will.
The reason being
You
is
like to bet?
I will.
Viewers, please
they
take
have,
note of this bet.
Don't forget,
At the
they've
end,
added
please don't come.
Richarlison, who's a Premiership proven,
Yeah.
At the end of
and they've
2022,
added
2023
Perisic, who is an
season.
experienced
Yeah.
player. Do you understand? They have also bought this young guy from
Bissau.
Middlesbrough, and then Busama. These are all, in fact, majority of their signings are actually Premiership proven.
It doesn't
So it's
matter
not-
who Conte is using.
So my point being that
He's a defensive coach. And when he meets a team that plays the same pattern, so and I'm telling you, 70% of the teams in Premiership, they play the same thing.
No, Coach Ellis, please. The thing is that
It's a long
if you look
season.
at
Let's
the preseason, if you look at the
let's
preseason,
enjoy.
against Tottenham, against Roma, and you
Look at the matches he lost.
no.
Wait.
Not against a big
wait.
team.
Last season.
Well,
Yes. Go and check.
Wait. Allow him to land. Allow him to land.
Listen, he said that.
Please speak up.
He said that his team is being set up like Mourinho's team, who is going to fight against the superpowers in the game. Now, if he's bringing this particular assumption in, you have to understand him that he's bringing Tottenham or setting Tottenham in a way that they are going to knock off that what is it?
The
Man City, Liverpool, and then yes,
Dominance.
He's bringing that thing down.
100% impossible.
It's possible because he's done it with Inter. When Juve,
Inter is one of the powerhouses in Italy.
No,
What are you talking about?
No, but Juventus.
Inter is one of the powerhouses
For
in
about 6
Italy.
years or
Yes,
so,
and
they
he
were
went there,
dominating
and then one season,
the Italian
he knocked
league,
them
and
off.
then he
He
took
knocked-
it.
yes, he
For
knocked them
me,
off.
for me,
So he's not a
for
coach
me,
to be
Tottenham's. As
He
far as
only
I'm
won
concerned-
that league. He won that league because Juve had an issue with their coach.
No, but
That was what gave him the opportunity to win that league.
That might well be.
No, this is what makes it interesting.
All right, you know, this is what this is what I'll say. I mean, he's entitled to his opinion. in terms
Yeah,
of
it's
this.
my opinion.
And let's see how the season shapes up.
Yeah, so let's go
Okay,
on another issue.
so-
We'll come back
That's
here
what I'm
again.
saying.
We'll come back here
Oh,
again.
yes.
And I will remind you.
Guys,
I want the
guys,
big-
We'll be here
guys,
again and I
guys,
will remind
guys,
you.
you an
once
Arsenal
again,
fan. You an Arsenal fan.
Once again, guys,
I want you to
if
take
you're
it-
loving this, comment and subscribe as usual, and help us in building this banter. Going back and forth is a bit
But please,
interesting.
viewers, I want
But
you
He's
to
the
take note
reason
of
why
this.
Arsenal is not in the top 4.
Tottenham
No,
Hotspurs
he's
is
the-
going to overtake Arsenal in top 4.
No, but
That's
he's
all
the
I
reason-
can
he's
say.
the reason
That's
why-
all I
It's
can
impossible.
say.
It's
At the end of
impossible.
season,
He's the reason why
It's
Arsenal is
impossible.
not
He's
in
going
the
to
top
take. He's
4.
going to get
Actually,
points from
actually-
Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, but 70% of the teams play defensive game,
Spurs
and
will
he's going to
overtake
struggle.
No,
Take
it's not
note.
They
about
cannot
defense,
break
it's
a
not about
defense.
next
I
Who,
mean,
if you agree with me,
I can't-
he's the reason why Arsenal. He's the reason why
Arsenal,
Arsenal
yes,
is not in the top
yes,
4.
yes.
So
I
No,
have
no,
to
he
agree.
wasn't the reason. He
He's
wasn't
the
the reason.
reason why.
No.
No.
We had our,
Tottenham
no.
wasn't
We
performing.
had, listen. We had our fate in our own hands. We blew it.
And actually,
We had our fate in our hands. We
actually,
lost
come to
against.
think of
We
it,
lost against Brighton. We lost against Crystal
because
Palace.
he
We
was
lost
giving
against
you a
Newcastle.
hot
We
chase.
lost against. What are you talking
he
about?
was getting you a
No, we
hot
lost
chase.
against Southampton, not Brighton.
We lost against Brighton.
Yeah, but let
Come on.
me come
We
in
lost
here.
against
guys-
Southampton.
no, but
Crystal
guys,
Palace.
he
That was
gave
the
you
3
guys-
matches we lost
Guys,
in
one
a
at
row.
a
He gave you
time.
guys a hot chase.
Wait.
That's how calm you lost it.
One at a time. One at a
Understand
time.
that this
But-
guy.
We blew it. Not
But
Tottenham.
let me
Tottenham did nothing.
let me land here
Yeah.
by saying this, and just to kind of finish this aspect of the segment of this discussion.
Yeah.
I feel that he has a point, because I think I looked at the match against Roma. You understand?
Yeah.
And this is a Mourinho team, and then you quickly realize that a lot of the team will take note of this match, because it looks like if you get very organized, especially in your
Defensively.
in your midfield, in your defensive
Yeah.
area, especially in the midfield area, if you're very organized
Yeah.
and set up defensively, Tottenham do tend to struggle.
They struggle.
I watched the Roma match.
Yeah.
They
And,
struggle.
and that was like, to me, I saw like, wow. And I'm not speaking as an Arsenal fan, because look, with Tottenham and Arsenal, because we are rivals, momentum or who is in form goes out the window, because
Yes.
it's
Yes.
about
It's a
adrenaline.
derby
Yes,
match, so
yes.
It's about bragging rights.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
But I think I saw something that I thought, that's interesting. I saw how Mourinho set up
Yeah.
against Tottenham, and yes, there was an element of
So
pack the
were you
bus.
surprised they did not get one
So-
shot on target
so-
for 90
so
minutes
actually,
against Roma?
To his
Were you
point,
surprised?
Wait.
I'm not surprised.
Wait.
Yes.
Yeah.
For
To-
90
so
minutes.
to his point, he has a
I
point.
am not surprised.
But
But it's just
wait.
preseason.
No,
Wait.
see.
But you have a coach, okay, that is a tactician. That is up to him, which he has the ability to adapt.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So I will still not rule
What's he talking
Tottenham.
about? Just 3-4-3. Remember, he was struggling with Chelsea until he switched to 3-4-3.
Arsenal to
I
top
understand.
4.
I
That's
understand.
all. It's a
He
fact.
was struggling with
It's a
Chelsea.
fact. It's a fact that
He'll
you
beat
guys
Arsenal.
will get
the
to
guy
go
comes
at
in.
the end
Listen,
of
the
the
guy comes
season.
in. The guy comes in. I think in the middle of the season or something.
Please,
And then
let's
guess
continue with another
Tottenham.
one. Enough of
Okay,
this.
guys, I think we have to move on from here. We'll come back to this much later. Please subscribe and hit the like button and also put in the comments. We'd like to hear from you what you think as well. Back to Friday's first Premiership match, Arsenal Crystal Palace, and I'll start with you because you're a Crystal Palace fan as well. Before we come to Coachello here, then we'll come to Man United as well. So we'll start with you. What's your take?
Well, I think that Friday's match is going to be an interesting one. It's going to be an interesting one. From a Crystal Palace fan point of view, I think that we are going to match Arsenal.
Okay.
Yeah, we are going to match.
Who
Arsenal
are the game changers for
because-
Crystal Palace?
Of course, Zaha.
And who?
Zaha.
Just Saha?
Yes, sir. And then I put the whole club's destiny into Patrick Vieira.
All right.
Yes,
okay.
I think that he's done a great job. He's done a.
I have to agree with you.
Yes,
He's done a
yes.
fantastic job.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so
Yes.
Coachella,
Look.
please wait. Before you say anything, you have 1 minute,
Okay, no
so
problem.
we can move on.
No problem. Yeah. I'm not sure I'm going to use the 1 minute.
Okay.
This thing is simple. I'm afraid.
You're afraid of.
I'm afraid of this. I'm afraid of Crystal Palace.
Oh,
Yeah, you
please.
have to.
I'm
And he
afraid.
says he thinks Arsenal is
you
going to
know,
make it to top
you know
4.
why? You know why?
Okay.
Because Vieira has Arsenal DNA in him. So he seems to understand everything about Arsenal. He seems to understand everything going on in Arsenal. Sometimes I wonder if he has spies helping him to, because you cannot just understand how he beat Arsenal 3-0. How can you explain that?
You know what? Let me say something, okay? I think, to be honest with you, and it's the similar experience we had with Newcastle
Yes.
leading up to the top 4 race.
Yes.
We capitulated purely because of squad depth.
Of course.
There were key players. Unfortunately, yes, you don't build a team with just key players. You need to have a bigger squad.
What about
And-
Crystal
And
Palace?
that's what we have addressed. Now, let me come into this as an Arsenal fan. I'm speaking here as an Arsenal fan, and maybe I'll also come in again as a football
neutral,
fan,
yeah.
a neutral. Now, that's why I said Arsenal has addressed certain issues, and I expect even more signings to address even the right back issue, possibly, maybe. But because we may have cover, they may look at it. We don't really need to fuss too much.
Yeah.
Well, who comes
What's
in
it?
as the cover?
I'm looking at
Ben White.
because
Right back.
Saliba is playing
Ben
so
White,
well.
Yeah.
So
Ben
Saliba
White.
is
Saliba
playing
staying?
extreme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
So
Actually, they want to give him a new contract.
So meaning you guys are going to change the
Cedric,
formation
Cedric,
mostly 3-4-3.
no. Ateta
It's
cannot
4-3-3.
switch. Yes.
4-3-3.
Yes.
So who is taking the right back then?
That's what I'm saying.
Ben
we have
White.
Cedric.
Ben
We
White.
have Ben White.
White.
Then we have Tomiyasu.
Yes.
Tomiyasu is the main right back.
Yeah.
However,
So
So right now,
number one
right,
He's
I,
a
just, I just want to know the centre backs for Arsenal.
okay, so
Going
currently
forward for
we
the
have
season.
Gabriel,
Okay.
Ben White,
Okay.
Saliba. These are 3.
Holding.
And
Rob-
Holding.
No, Rob Holding.
Holding more is and
Rob
Holding,
Holding, yeah,
and
Rob
Holding,
Holding.
and
Okay,
Holding.
so these are the
And
main
then
4.
and then the left back now we've got Zinchenko and
Yeah.
Tierney as a
Tierney,
backup,
yeah.
and then we took that young guy, Tavares on
Yeah.
loan to get more experience. On the right back, Tomiyasu, Cedric, and possibly Ben White can actually deputize, depending on the formation Arteta wants to deploy.
And we
Now-
don't know if Bellerin is staying or not.
Bellerin,
think he's
personally, I think he's leaving.
He wants to leave,
Yeah,
but
he's leaving.
Arsenal is
he has a contract with
Yeah,
Arsenal.
no,
For
regardless,
fun,
I
for-
think
for-
he will leave
for
because
transfer
it, I don't think he's part of Arteta's plan anyway.
Yes.
But as an Arsenal fan, I think some of these things, more or less, I say we've addressed 70 maybe 75% of our
These
issues.
guys are just giving themselves hope into the next season.
Do you
We all know
understand?
where they will end up, viewers. You
Well,
just know. This is Arsenal. There's
it's-
nothing new.
It's the usual
Below top 4.
It's the usual United comment. But I mean, I won't hold it against them. You know, we'll come to United in a minute. But as a neutral, okay, I say you have to give respect to who respected you. Vieira has been fantastic.
He's been.
Yeah.
He's been fantastic.
He's a great coach.
But
I mean,
I don't think, as in terms of the squad and depth, Arsenal has probably gone up another level. Where I'm not so sure.
No, definitely, there's no way they're going to match us 50-50. No.
Because I'm looking at their squad generally,
No,
and
they-
I don't think they've done a whole lot. So the
My
key,
problem-
Let me land. The key signing is Decore, who I think is a brilliant signing,
Yes.
and a few like players that has come from the lower divisions into the team and stuff. I mean, these are usually, it takes them time to adapt and things. So in the first match, personally, I'll be very surprised if Arsenal lose. I'll be extremely
My
surprised.
problem is,
Although I expect a very, very, very good, possibly 3-1 or maybe 2-0. That is my prediction.
Arteta finds it difficult to improvise when
He's under
when
pressure.
the going gets tough. You see, he finds it difficult to
No,
improvise.
I think
So
let's give him the benefit of the doubt because one. And this season, actually, there will be pressure on Arteta, by the way, because what?
It's
They-
not only on
they
Arteta.
backed him.
Everyone.
No,
Everyone.
wait.
Everyone.
See,
The
you know,
pressure
are you
cuts
aware
across.
since he's
Do
been
you know how
in
much-
Arsenal,
do you know how much-
he spent over 400 million?
yeah, you know how much.
No one spends that kind of money.
Yeah.
So what
For
are
you
your
to come
expectations
to
for him
fifth?
this season?
Yeah.
Please.
No.
Arsenal fans, what are
Personally,
your expectations for Arsenal this
I'm
season?
Top four,
expecting.
top four.
No, I'm expecting Arsenal top 4, but pushing it third.
third, yeah. I think.
And when we say
third.
top
These
4,
are
we're
dreams,
talking
you
about
know.
first, second, third.
No,
fourth.
but top 4
Yeah,
is
the
just
top four is
just
just, you
making
know,
it
yeah,
fourth place.
to the
But
Champions League.
No, but
actually-
top, as he said, from
Top four.
first to 4.
Yeah, Arsenal
It's
should be there.
actually okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arsenal should be there.
But I'm sorry, they're not going to make
for,
it.
For the Crystal
will.
Palace
Because they're
match,
going to fight with Spurs and
I'll let
United.
I
you
was
know.
even surprised they didn't make it last season.
no,
guys
but
have
Because I predicted.
let's be honest. Last season, I don't think how we started, anyone expected Arsenal to finish.
No, before the season.
Yes.
Before the season, I predicted because I was trusting Arteta.
Anyway,
They are going to be
so they
disappointed
say,
again this
trust
season.
the process. What's your scoreline for Friday?
I think 1-0.
To
1-0.
to who?
1-0.
To who?
1-0.
To who?
Of course.
Who's of course?
How?
Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now
my
you're
West, my,
talking.
you know, my West is going to be a draw.
Scoreline.
Well, if we are to win,
No. Give me your strange
I'm coming.
scoreline.
Hopeful
Excuse
Arsenal
me.
fan.
Excuse me. Just a second. If we are to win that match, we have to win it in the first half.
Fine.
So if it
So
goes
give me-
beyond the first half and we've not
I think-
won that match, then
that's
I'm predicting a draw.
All right.
2-2
Yeah,
draw.
'cause my
Okay.
West is
Oh, for me, just to support my friend Coachella here, I'm going to go with Arsenal.
Scoreline.
Scoreline.
Yeah.
Okay, 3-1.
3-1 Arsenal.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm also going with 3-1 Arsenal or 2-0. But I think to me one of the players that I feel like is a new signing is Saliba. Fantastic. I watched him virtually in all the matches,
are you-
especially
are you sure
against
the
Chelsea.
coach-
He has
the coach
this-
likes
I
him?
was surprised.
He has this.
These
He
guys are
actually
just
kept-
giving
He
themselves
has
some-
this.
oh,
He has
no.
this aura. He has this aura
No,
that
seriously, it's like
it
he's
looks
a
like
new
it looks
player.
as if he's coming to mark you
Yes,
and
there's
it's not
something about
marking
him.
you.
There's
And
something about
then
him.
I would like us to
I
have
was
another
so
show when
shocked.
we get somewhere in game week 15 or 16 and 18.
you'll be hiding your face by
Oh,
then.
please, no.
No, wait.
I just pray Ronaldo stays with you.
No, but you know
You'll be
what?
hiding your face by then.
You know what? Now, let's spend a few minutes going to a certain Ten Hag. A certain Ten Hag.
I like that.
They've been chasing
I
a
like
certain
it, I like
young De Jong,
Frankie de Jong.
Frankie De Jong.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like, and let me take a little bit of step back. I'm talking as a football fan, and not even as a rival or anything. I feel like, granted, United are trying to build, but I feel like Ten Hag is trying too hard to go for his old players. And whilst it's not a bad thing, maybe because he wants to make an immediate impact, but I also feel it can backfire because, you see, do you understand? You want to play a certain system. You haven't really adapted to the ways and means of that. Because one, Premiership is very physical. I was actually glad to see that Arsenal did not buy Lisandro Martinez. And I'm not saying he's a bad player. I think he's a quality player. However, my worry for him is the physicality of the Premiership, and also the fact that he plays in a position where you have players such as Oli Watson of Aston Villa, who is about 6'4". You have that Brentford striker? What's his name? Ivan Toney, who's also 6'3". How are you going to outjump these guys?
Darwin Núñez, Haaland.
Haaland is what, 6'5"?
But you should know that football is more of technique.
No.
Yeah.
Yes, it
At
is.
a certain point, when
Yes.
you come against world-class
Yes.
players that are even
And-
far higher in
and-
terms of height than you may struggle.
And to be on the safer side, it's better if you work with people you know more than. New
I agree
faces.
with you, because
Yes.
a lot of managers always try and draft in
because if
players
it's-
that
if
they
it's all
trust.
about height,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, yeah,
people
yeah.
like Karu.
Let me take you back.
Okay.
Before Mourinho was
Crutch,
coming
yeah.
into the Premier League
Yeah.
from Porto, when he came to Chelsea fresh,
He
he
brought
brought in
Deco.
5 new players.
Deco.
Yeah. I mean, you need
But
to surround yourself
you can
with
you
champions.
can think about the names and everything. But he brought in 5 new players.
Yeah.
No one complained.
But
at
no,
the time.
but
let me
you
talk.
see,
But when he came, he
No,
won
I
the league.
understand the thing.
He
No,
won
but
the
no,
league
because
no,
he
no,
won
what
the
you're saying
league.
is different. What
you
you're
see,
saying is
you
different.
see,
No.
He's
Albert,
talking about going for the player he has used in a different league
No,
and wanting
How
to
is
use
this
them in a
different?
different
No,
no,
league
I think no.
to create.
Granted,
No,
I
there's
think
no
he has a
problem with
point.
that. There's no
Okay.
problem.
There's
with
no
that.
problem with that.
Yeah,
but I'm
there's
just
no
saying
problem
that
with
there is a particular player that I'll be interested in seeing how he does, because of the peculiar situation with that particular player.
That's what I'm saying. He has worked with the players before,
Okay.
and he's familiar with them.
Okay.
So we have to leave that one to him to make those decisions.
Granted. So I'm also looking at, not that I'll come to the Ronaldo situation in a minute, but I'm also looking at is it Martial,
The defender or the
the
striker?
new
Tyler
defender,
Malaysia.
Malaysia.
From
Sorry,
Feyenoord.
Malaysia. I think he's a good player.
Yes.
Although he probably may take a while because of the speed of the Premiership to adapt. Now let me tell you the reason why. I've watched him. He came from the French league, right?
No,
So-
Feyenoord.
Feyenoord,
At
yes,
DBC.
yes. You see, and if you note, teams such as Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, because the the Dutch league is quite far behind in terms of quality and stuff. They don't tend to go for those players immediately until they move to another club, another bigger league, and then they go for them, like what De Jong and all, because you see the Dutch league in terms of quality, you don't get many players that come and make immediate impact because it's a big step up.
Yes,
Do you understand?
why Van der Beek
That's
struggled.
why I'm a bit worried to see that he's raiding the
The Dutch
Dutch league. If let's say you have like say 3 years, we want to win the league or we want to be in the top 2 or even top 3, I would understand, because then you know you're setting yourself up for these players that you're bringing in to adapt. It takes time to adapt. But here is a case where I think from what I'm seeing, it looks like he wants immediate impact.
Yeah.
And I'm a bit sitting a little bit on the offense whether he will get that immediately. I'm not saying he won't in the long term, but this season, that's why I feel United will finish outside the top 4.
Okay. For me, I believe Erik ten Hag is an ambitious coach
No doubt.
and a focused one who is very detailed and knows what he's about.
Okay.
So every decision or every steps that he makes, he knows what he's about. If you people don't know, Lisandro Martinez, he was the best player for Ajax last season.
True.
Yes, you can
True.
go and check. He was
No,
the best
I
player.
don't
He
disagree
was the
with
best
you.
player for them.
But guess what? Let me burst that bubble, but finish
Okay.
what you're saying.
And the fact that he comes from the Eredivisie league does not mean he's not that experienced and cannot fit in the English Premier League. He's a South American, not an European. And these guys have different mentality. And for them, they play football with mentality, more of skill and tactics.
Okay.
So from
That's an interesting point.
So from this perspective and all this, these are all things that the coaches
put into
Okay,
account
so
before signing
so
players.
so let me kind of counter this a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
bit.
yeah.
You have what's his name, Vigil.
Van Dijk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the path of Virgil van Dijk. Let me
Yes.
finish. He moved from the Dutch league
Mm-hmm.
to Celtic.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Southampton
Mm-hmm.
before going to the big guys. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Look at Tottenham's midfielder Bergwijn,
Mm-hmm.
straight from the Dutch league, Tottenham, and he's already going back out on loan. Look at
Van der Beek,
Van de Beek.
Van der Beek.
Yeah.
the same thing.
Same experience. You
But,
see,
but you
the,
people
the
are
trend,
forgetting
the trend is very,
see,
very.
the trend that you are giving. These
Yeah.
are Europeans that are in Netherlands, but when you focus on the South Americans too coming from that league, they
Tell
are
me who.
exceptional.
Tell me
Luis
who.
Suarez, when he came from Ajax to Liverpool, his first season he broke through in the January transfer window. You can go check.
I think that's a solid
Yeah,
argument.
that's what I'm
a
saying.
solid
And when you
argument.
watch,
That's
yes,
one of
I
a
understand.
kind.
that's what I'm saying. They are
I understand
exceptional
what
cases.
you
And
guys
when
are
you
No,
watch,
he
yes,
also has a case.
and when you
Yes,
watch
but
the
I
players
have
that
my
Ten
own- I
Hag
have my own,
is targeting from the Eredivisie league, they are not typical European players. These are South American players. That's what I'm
But
telling
you're
you.
going
No,
for
it's
De
only
Jong.
Anthony. De Jong is in Spanish league now.
No, but
yeah,
he's-
okay,
yes,
yeah.
that's what I'm
You
saying.
know,
The boy is good.
Yes.
You know something. You know something.
And you should know, he's exceptional.
He's good.
Thank you. Even the Arsenal fan has
no,
confessed. I like that.
I like him. I think he's
Thank
good.
you.
I think he's
That's
good.
what I'm telling you, that you should leave the coach alone.
Although as things stands now, based on what I was reading today, as we are recording this, it looks like Chelsea are hijacking this
Oh,
deal.
these are just rumors and speculations.
Okay.
as
Let's see
always.
how that
Oh, it's
plays out.
possible. It's possible.
Yes, that's what I'm saying for now.
They've
Although-
done
the
although
transfer
the
agreement.
mo-
They
the
did this
moment-
with Mikel Obi,
the
so-
moment
Yeah,
Chelsea
it's possible.
hijack,
Yeah.
Barcelona will go and hijack
Until-
another Chelsea.
Until the transfer window
you know-
ends.
I want to say something. I just want to counter
okay.
something. You know what you just said. If you look at Di Maria, Cavani, and the rest that came to Manchester United, they didn't perform, and you ask yourself why. It's just a matter of how the transition is, or of how they are setting up this, they are building up the projects. So it's not so much about someone being a South American or an European or whatever. It's just how the transition is being done. Is it being done right? I mean, are they setting up the
Are you
project?
getting the right players for the
Are they
project?
But
setting
do
up
you
the
buy
project?
player
No,
for immediate results, or you
let me
just
finish.
take time for them to settle?
No, let me finish. Are you building a project like a project with a football mind? Because Louis van Gaal, he said that a certain player shouldn't come to Manchester
It's a
United
commercial
because it's a
team.
commercial. Yeah.
That guy, because
And
he's
it's true.
jealous and bitter.
No, it's
Luis
not-
Suarez
no,
is a
no,
bitter
no,
soul,
no, no,
please.
no.
But tell him,
No,
me.
let me-
Luis van Gaal-
Van Gaal-
Anyway,
Yes,
guys,
yeah,
no,
sorry.
guys,
Yes.
listen,
Luis
guys.
Van Gaal,
So, guys,
LVG is a
I
bitter
don't
soul.
agree with
It
you.
looks like we have a lot to talk about. So let's save this for the next next episode of this. But guys, thank you so much for today. Look, we couldn't even finish. There's so much to talk about. But once again, I said we appreciate you. Comment, like, subscribe, and support us in with your comments, and let's see what you think about all these banters. Slight, negativity against Arsenal, emotional
There's no
Arsenal
hate
fans, and confident Crystal Palace, and the
A
neutral
proud
host.
United fan. Yes.
So I say, anyway, thank you so much once again, and hit the subscription and the like button, and also comment in the comment box, please. Aquaba TV once again. Peace.